Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem Order of the Crimson Arm 100% Growth's low turn count playthrough. This video will be tackling Chapter 9. This chapter is a very important one. We get access to Wayland's group. We'll never deploy Vlad, spoiler alert. We get access to a very important unit for this run. Her name is Lani. She's a Pegasus in the DSC moving now. Her base stats you never end up seeing are 23 HP, 10 strength, 11 skill, 14 speed, 6 luck, 8 defense, 10 resistance, 7 constitution. She joins with C-rank lances, a short spear, and a killer lance. She'll be very, very helpful because she's both our second flyer and she's one of our more combat capable units. We get a killer axe there, and we never end up using it in this map, but it is nice to pick up. Because we got Elaine now, we're going to want to start giving her a lot of experience. The easiest way to do this is to give her a heal target on every possible turn. Olaslav leveled up here, so he'll be able to be a heal target. Of course, we have to use multiple units to allow her to heal him, but it doesn't really matter. There are several shops in this chapter. We buy a couple steel bows, a couple javelins and hand axes. I didn't buy enough, actually. And we also buy a heal staff and mend staff. Well, I don't remember the exact items that were purchased, but you can just check back for them. I should have bought a Thunder Tome here, but I can't really go back and change that now. We're still training Celia. I don't know why I'm saying still, this is the second map we've had her. We're training Celia. This map. We're also trying to push experience and weapon experience into Wayland. A killer axe I picked up, as I said, will be used later. Unfortunately, even though this is a C's chapter, Sven's speed is too low to double the boss with it, and his strength is too low to one-shot the boss with a crit and hit. Or it's just a crit, rather. We also get 2 new units in this map, Rorik and Oda. They're 2 fighters. We don't care about them. We literally only ever use them to do rescue drops in this map, and for their inventories. I might deploy one of them in a map for rescue drops, but that's it. They aren't really bad units, it's just there's no reason to use them. One of the items that they bring with them is a hammer, which is very useful considering the bosses in general. We also get Melia back. We don't really care much about her, she's just thief utility, but she's nice to have back. We need her to kill a couple of enemies, or weaken a couple of enemies in this map. So we have her weaken a couple enemies that Lani is able to pick off. Lani ends up at 1 experience away from a level up, which is unfortunate. Most of what I do here with Lani is just to conserve weapon uses. It doesn't particularly matter. We buy a few steel swords as well. We like having a few stock weapons, and steel swords and steel bows are stock weapons for me. In this run, at least. Because enemies actually get bulky enough that iron weapons aren't able to just one-round everything. We have Wayland focus on using the Iron Blade for most of this chapter. Lani's crit there helps her one-shot the soldier. We burn through a lot of killer lance in this map and the next map. I was kind of anal about conserving it, just in case, but it doesn't really change much. This soldier, we don't care about, we just want to weaken. We can kill it with Celia or Boleslav. Celia isn't that important in the long run. There's another unit we could have trained instead of her. She just makes the late game easier because she has longbow access compared to the other unit who doesn't have access to any type of 3 range or 3 range plus. I wasn't really sure what I had to do here. Celia, We also are still trying to focus experience into Negu. We still want to get her Lance and Sword rank up. She never ends up hitting A rank in anything until a point where it doesn't matter. She could use the Brave Lance in the final chapter for reference, but that isn't that important. We moved Sven to that specific tile because he'll be able to receive Alchemist next turn, and we give Alchemist to Wayland. We need to kill this fighter, so we just give a kill to Melia, and then we need this knight gone. Burning 1 RN allows Lani to kill him. Unfortunately, Lani's training in this chapter is relatively difficult, however, also luckily, next chapter is very easy to train her in. And in the chapters after that, her training is very easy. This mercenary has a Lance Reaver, so it's kind of funny that Negu was able to hit him. Wayland hit C-rank swords just then. I put a lot of focus into his sword rank over the course of the run. It helps with reliability, but I was really anal about it because I wasn't sure if he'd need to hit when he'd hit C-rank swords for the light brand. But I also end up conserving the light brand for most of the run. He mainly uses it for experience later on, so. And then he uses it in a route map for 1 to 2 range. We get this village, which lowers that gate. Negu, over the next couple of turns, kills this ballista, and then we work together with a couple of units to kill this mercenary. It drops a Lance Reaver. We'll be using that for extra sword experience on top of just being a generally okay defensive weapon. And then we just chip this armor down for lens experience, or bow experience rather. We have Camille kill that Armor Knight, and then we have go to the Forest and use Mandan Boleslav. Her staff rank doesn't really matter, and in the end her tome rank doesn't really either. We just want her to hit B rank at some point after promotion, which she does end up doing. Lani has very bad survival odds here. She has to dodge one of the Wyverns and the Soldier. Or some combinations of the Wyverns and the Soldier. I honestly should have kept Alchemist's personal weapon equipped, and kept an Iron Axe on Sven. But it doesn't really affect much. All it changes is that Alchemist doesn't get that much weapon experience, but he'll be able to make up for that weapon experience dump after, well, not after, during Chapter 14. Or 15. No, 14. Sven doesn't really care about whether he lives or dies here. Or I should have equipped a hand axe on Sven, not an iron axe. Lani needs to dodge one of those 2 attacks from the Wyverns. I would have preferred it if she crit one of the enemies that attacked her to death, but because she doesn't, it's unfortunate. We're unable to get her level up. She's 1 experience away from leveling up. Negu would have liked to use a lance, but just for better reliability, she swaps to using a sword. Her level is going to start shooting up a lot faster. We burn a few RNs with Lani, so that she's able to just get a kill at least. And we just have her crit the scav. Sven burns a few RNs. And sets himself up to kill the boss. With a 2% crit. Hammer. This puts Sven very close to level 13, which he is able to get next chapter. That is the last level he gets for a while. Anyway, that is this chapter cleared in... this is chapter 8 cleared in 5 turns, and I will see you next time for chapter 10. which is the first Fog of War chapter, second Fog of War chapter. See you next time.